What's the problem?
No, it's no problem. I have a new theme.
Oh, yeah, you know, John, you know, this is pretty exciting. Thank you all for coming, by the way. No, John doesn't want to talk about this. Thank you for being here. Although it's not hard getting a Wisconsin crowd into a bar at 12:01. But thank you very much for coming. Very nice. It's a leap of faith because we've never done a podcast before, so we're just going to forget we're doing a podcast. So no one used the P word or the PC word, whatever kind of word it would be. But John, you know, John Tooling is here, Jeff Hammond is here, Stephanie Lee is here. We're all here. Lyle Anderson is answering imaginary telephones. How exciting is that? And there are just we have I think 7 people actually watching this on YouTube.
My dad is one of them.
What?
My dad is one of them.
Including her dad, all the way in Kentucky.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah. John, just go ahead, John. What were you saying?
Nothing. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, privately? Okay, well.
Off mic.
Well, I have a new theme.
John says he has a new theme.
Or would you rather have me use the old theme?
Well, John, between you and me, I want to hear the new theme.
Oh.
Don't you want to hear the new theme? You heard the old theme. It's a new age and a new theme.
We're not on yet, right?
No, but just give it a little.
You got 4 minutes.
Very nice. Very podcasty.
Very classy. I like it.
You know, it's a little close to the Merv Griffin theme.
Is that true? Nobody
Yeah, it's
remembers
almost
that.
really a rip-off of Merv
No,
Griffin's theme.
It's more of a rip-off of the
Merv
Gong
Griffin show.
theme.
What?
The Gong Show theme?
That's what it is. It's the Gong Show. That was the Gong Show theme. We're going to have to pay rights on that or something.
No, we won't. No, we won't. I'll
What?
talk to him. My lawyers will work it
Yeah.
all out.
Are there words for it?
No.
There are, aren't there? Did you write words for it?
No.
Were there words for the first theme?
No.
See, now I forgot. How did the first theme go again? Oh, yeah. Oh, the first theme. You know, you only have one first theme in your life. And it's
I
hard to
remember
let
her
go.
well. The first theme.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy to play that one because I love that one too.
Well, let's see now. Let's vote
Or,
on
or
it.
wait a minute.
What?
We could have one kind of at the beginning and the new one could be at the end, maybe. Or the other way around. The new one at the beginning and the
That's
old
too
one.
complicated for me to say the other way around. Let's just see what public sentiment is.
Oh, okay, Donald Trump.
Because they're the public. It'll be great.
Believe me.
It'll be terrific. First thing.
I love that.
That's very nice. It takes me to a different place and leaves me there with Merv Griffin. Okay. The old theme? That's an old standby. All right, let's hear the new theme. And now those who say old theme. It's the new theme, Doug! I love you. I love New
Nice
theme.
work, John.
Huh?
That's very good.
Very nice. Very nice. Copyright that because in case the Gong Show challenges our usage of that. All right, that's good. That's the biggest problem we face with the theme.
Yeah, well, we're first step, and
The show is secondary.
a journey of
The theme.
1,000 steps begins with the first.
Now
I thought-
I kind of like the idea of starting with the old theme and then switching, as if we were doing the old show,
But that's
we're
too
not.
complicated
Okay.
because people won't know
Oh,
what
John
we're
can
doing.
handle it.
Yeah.
He's a
I don't mean-
professional.
I didn't mean for John, I meant for the podcast
I
audience.
see.
Whoa.
You know, many of them will be trying to sleep while this is running. Segue.
So is there an
What do we have
official
to-
start? Well, I mean, we
No,
don't really...
do we just give me a second?
Okay,
John.
okay.
So when you took, this is all about you to begin with.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I just want to do the right thing for everybody.
Yeah, do the right thing. All right, let's just see here now. It's 12 o'clock, but we don't have to start at 12. That's the beauty of the whole podcasting model,
Ha
you know?
ha.
Because, you know, even if we started at 12, which it is, and which we said, because, you know, high noon at the high noon,
We've already
huh?
proven our
I thought of that. In my marketing hat.
Genius.
You know, I've been wearing about 16 different hats to get to this point here. I am a financial advisor to this podcast. I am a fundraiser. I am the technical producer. Don't tell Tom Blaine. I'm technical producer because I had to buy the damn equipment. I bought this. You know how much these cost? Full compass? Discount my blue eyes. Oh, we can use language now. See, all right, so there's a big change. All right, so we'll start then.
What the?
Oh, we're ready?
Yeah, we can start then.
All right.
It's
here we
12:01.
go.
What?
I just hit the on-air light.
I don't think it works. Do we have an applause sign? Because I can't really do this without an applause. What? All right. All right, wait a second. All right. Should we start again? Or let's use that. Can we use that as the start of the show? No? Okay. You're a critic. You're just supposed to edit the thing. You're not to be a critic. You're going to judge everything. Sit there and judge. In judgment. How many? 90 people. It's a juggernaut, ladies and gentlemen. It's a juggernaut. What is a juggernaut, by the way? It's a cart. Is it a cart? I think it's an Indian word, right? Is it from India? A juggernaut. Anyone
It's
have
gotta
a
be
juggernaut
German.
and can describe it for me?
Sure.
Yes, you have a juggernaut? It's a large, unwieldy thing on wheels. Okay. All right, so that could cover a lot of bases, though. Your license plate said a large, unwieldy thing on wheels? Oh, it said juggernaut. How did you spell that, then, I wonder? J-U-G-A-R, what? That's not juggernaut. That's a misspelling. From the original Farsi. Was it it's an Iranian word, it's a Persian word, I think. Pretty sure. What? Sanskrit. It's in Sanskrit, of course. Was your license plate in Sanskrit then? Did they pull you over for a Sanskrit violation? Because that's not proper. All Georgia license plates are in Sanskrit. I didn't even realize that. How did that come to pass, I wonder? Excuse me, I got to start a show here. It's already 12:03. It's supposed to be at high noon. By the way, this clock I had to buy too. But it does give you the temperature. It's 70 degrees in here, and it says 12:04 p.m. That's right. And I'll give you the date, but it doesn't matter because it's a podcast. It would just confuse you. Let's say it's whatever date it says right now on your calendar, if you have a calendar there at the health club. All right, well, thanks for coming. It's great to be here at the High Noon Saloon. I know the saloon part. Saloon, though, is a Sanskrit word, which means a meeting place. Unwieldy, on wheels meeting place. Saloon in Sanskrit. So it's not, you can drink here, but you're not required to. Oh, you're drinking already? It's a little early, isn't it? It's 12:04 according to my clock here. That's okay. Well, you're from here, you can drink. If you're from here, you can drink right now. So please. So I know a big problem for a lot of you, no donuts. We're working on it. Stephanie, you're working on the donut.
I am working on it.
Yeah. How are you working on the donut
I have
problem?
contacted 2 different donut shops here
Yeah.
in town to
Yeah.
see if they'd like to sponsor and donate donuts.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so she's working on that. So next time,
It's looking promising.
it's a trade-off, though. You want donuts, you want a full-service bar.
Both.
Okay,
Why
you
not
votes for the bar.
both?
I don't, but donuts when you're drinking is kind of a Wisconsin thing to do, also, isn't it? I like ice cream is good with a
If
bar.
any of you go to Greenbush Donuts after this, please let them know.
Yeah, talk to the guy at Greenbush because he has kosher donuts,
Yep.
and we maybe bring him. His famous donut is called the Rabbi,
Uh-huh.
which is
Yeah.
a sacrilege, frankly. They call a donut a rabbi, but I don't. Maybe he'd donate just out of grief and sorrow for using that to name a donut. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah, so it's a donuts or full service bar, and of course we were, for so long at the terrace, one of the terrace there, and so Frank Lloyd Wright, hard to leave him behind. For Sheb Woolley, this is a Sheb Woolley look here. He's a great architect, Sheb Woolley. I have to say, just in retrospect, I will miss some of the high-end events that used to occur right across the hall from us when we worked at the terrace there. We were just in a little room there, a little kind of meeting room or parliamentary room, whatever they call it there. And across the hall, we'd have they had some amazing things. They had at the terrace. They had the drug dealers' confiscated automobile sales. On the terrace there, in the Hall of Ideas. I mean, you get a Maserati for $19.95. It's unbelievable. So I definitely will miss that. But it's great to be here, and this place it's an institution already in Madison, and great to be here. And for you to be here, the High Noon Saloon. I have never even listened to a podcast. And now I am one, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a strange thing. The fact is, I never listened to public radio either, though. So.
That didn't slow you down.
Yeah, especially when I was on it. Who wants to review all that? I get enough of that around the house. I don't need to hear any more of me. But I'll tell you that the only odd thing is that people. Something that happened on one of our shows, one of our final shows. Anyhow, they expect me to be swearing on the show. It's like there was a little incident with John. John was interviewed by the paper. He made a little comment, and unlike everyone else who begins a sentence with "so,"
I begin it with shit.
did it again. I can't. Oh yeah, sorry. We can do that now. Yeah, now you can begin a sentence with shit, but at the time it was almost impossible. And public broadcasting, people,
It was an interview.
hackles went up. Hackles went up.
It was an interview off the air. It wasn't.
I know, but I kept citing it on the air as the problem, so maybe it wasn't your fault so much. And but as a result of that controversy, which didn't go because they dropped in your little thing there. Oh, you can't say that on public radio, right?
Yep.
Could you do one of those?
Well, you can't say that on public radio. One of those.
Yeah, very nice. Let's do that here too. If I say something, would you just say that over it? We hear it, an expletive coming
Must
out.
I?
No, I don't know. I miss it. And we did that about 7 or 8 or 10 times, maybe at the most, because I like the sound of that, But it does offend the laws of man, God, and the FCC, so you can't do it. But people assume that I must have been just longing to say an obscenity for 31 years. Like they were just brimming up inside of me, like I wanted to just rip a few off. And I do rip them off around the house. My wife is here, ask her. If you accidentally leave your hand inside the dishwasher when you close it, fair enough, right? If you're driving, steady stream because people are driving while listening to podcasts. And, so those are the only situations there. Or, a cup of coffee in the crotch. But that's the autonomous nervic system. That is not even me speaking. When that McDonald's cup of coffee. By the way, the lids always eject before they hit your crotch. Did you notice that? They must build them that way, because the lid saves itself. You get the whole cup on your crotch. And what you say then is really, you're not saying it. Something inside of you. Something dear to you is saying it. So, okay, and that's when I do it, but not on the air. I mean, I'm not a shock jock. Many of those words, I don't, on the air, I don't even pronounce them properly. Fuck you? I mean, who says that? It's the German. It's the German in me. And I've never done it on the air. I mean, on purpose. Although, once I was at an entomologist or an etymologist, whichever the right one is, on the air one time, and I asked if you ever heard of anything like the bird shit butterfly that my brother and Arthur and I watched fly off the fender of a 55 Nash at Uptown Motors in Milwaukee. Actually, we were there, and it was a bird shit. What do you call a bird shit? A bird poop? I don't think so. It's a bird shit, okay. And it was there on the fender, and we didn't think anything of it, of course. We were there trying to steal, hubcaps or something from the lot. And it flew off. And it became a legend in our family. Arthur, chased it, and he impaled it and put it in one of my dad's cigar tubes, and my mom threw it out as soon as she could, and so we could never verify what it was. So I had an entomologist on the air, so I asked him, I said, is there such a thing as a bird shit butterfly? And he said, yes, but we don't call them that. And it's a moth. All right, so big deal. But when I said it on air, then at that time we didn't have you to say that. You can't say that. You can't say bird shit butterfly on the air. It's not one of the 7 words. I mean, I consider it to be one word. Bird shit butterfly, it's a phrase. It's the Latin name for it, really, actually. And so stations were going on and saying we're going to lose our license and all that stuff. And I, so it's perfectly honest and unintentional. It was a pursuit of intellectual pursuit for me. I was pursuing intellectual pursuit. And it was cultural. That's the way we talk in Milwaukee. If we saw something, I would say, oh, is that a bird shit butterfly? Wouldn't you? What would you say? That bird dung just flew away. No, you're not going to say that. That's my God, bird shit butterfly. Cows can fly, but...
Why can't I?
Yes. So, all right, that's what I did. So that's really my only... and so I'm innocent, and I claim innocence, and I was not trying to slip a shit in, or that thing in the 4 disclaimers, let shit on your hands, let someone else have a chance for a change. No, it was not in there to try to get people to say that for all those years, or when I do the occasional sit and sip Schlitz 10 times fast. Okay. So I was just saying, don't expect any of that kind of shit on this show. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me ask you this then. What do you know?
And now, live from Madison, Wisconsin's High Noon Saloon, cold beer, hot music, nothing wrong with that. It's Michael Feldman's What Do You Know? Brought to you by Boru Keem's Oriental Rugs of Madison. Once you go Bijar, you never go back. Persian, BIJAR.com. Tell Albert Michael sent you. And by the Wisconsin Greenhouse Company. Sales, installations, lighting, and repairs of whatever you're growing. Check us out at WisconsinGreenhouseCompany.com. To my right are John Tulane, keyboards and offhand remarks. And next to him, a stand-up guy on stand-up bass, Jeff Hammond. Straight ahead, so to speak, Lyle Anderson, who you will get if you call. while I remain most definitely Stephanie Lee. Now center stage once again, the man who never even heard a podcast, and now he is one, Michael Feldman.
Oh, yeah. I brought my earbuds, though. Thank you. Yeah, I brought my earbuds so I could hear it. That's what you do. I'll never get them undone here, and I don't think they work anymore. These are my daughter's from a Walkman she had. I don't know. What do you stick these in? How do you get? Where? Well, that's entertainment. No, I don't think that's where you put them. All right. We'll worry about that later. Oh, thank you very much for coming here and joining us. And if you're watching there up on the YouTube, that's pretty weird. Is that the kind of thing you do often, or what? You ever watched anything on YouTube?
I used to have a YouTube channel, Michael, so
Oh, you did?
I feel like you're asking the wrong person in the room here.
No, I'm exactly the right person, Stephanie. What was on your channel?
Mostly a lot of random ranting. This was when I was in college. So
Okay.
when YouTube
What
first
did you rant
came
about?
out, I think that once I got accosted on a bus in Chicago, and
You
that
did?
was on there.
Yeah.
I think I talked about police brutality
Oh, okay.
at the Taste of Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
There's videos of me when I hosted a TV show in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Really?
it was out there at one point. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of
You
ukulele.
don't strike me as a ranter.
I think I've grown past that a little bit, but there's a little bit of anger in there. It doesn't come out a lot.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah. Did you do any like yoga related thing? I know yoga is your
I did, and then I realized it was a lot of creepy dudes watching those videos, and I stopped.
Yeah. That's about the time I stopped watching, I guess. Okay. Who am I hearing? Am I hearing you? I'm hearing something. I don't know. That's okay. So, but you still do the yoga despite the creepy dudes.
I still do the yoga, just not by request anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then I won't ask you. I was curious as what type of yoga do you do?
I do vinyasa yoga.
Vinyasa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And is that deeply spiritual for you?
I find it to be the most spiritual thing that I take part in.
Yeah.
But enough about me.
Yeah,
How are you, Michael?
No, I mean, have you done it? Did you go to an ashram for a period of years?
I don't even know what
to
that
study it?
is.
Let me rephrase it then. Did you go to an ashram for a period of time
I still don't
in
know what
India?
that-
I mean,
no.
is it spiritual in an Indian sense? Is what I'm.
No, I did
No.
not.
So this is just exercise for you?
It's exercise, but it's also meditation. It's a moving meditation.
Moving meditation. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have chakras? Do you know?
I'm sure I have chakras, but I don't know what they would be.
But you have chakras.
Chakras and chakras.
Yeah,
I
there's
have them, but I don't know what they are.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk more about this time.
Offline.
And in all the news that isn't, Melania Trump sues the Daily Mail for saying she was an escort back in Slovenia, but takes a no contest on the sexy time lingerie lady charge. Hispanics for Trump, oh wait, that's singular, says his people, if left to their own devices, will put a taco truck on every corner. You probably heard this one. You know, in heaven there is no beer, but there is a taco truck on every corner. Jews for Trump have suspended all activities until outstanding and long-standing bills for legal services have paid. Norwegians for Trump got a whole lot of lefse going on, but darn few's eating it. In other Donald Trump news, in case you want some more, Donald Trump drops a cufflink into the collection basket at a black church in Detroit. May have fallen off. Parishioners are a bit miffed we not part with the other one, so that was a mixed blessing. Anticipating a real crowd raiser, the WWF will sanction the Trump-Hillary match at the Staples Center. Of course, Hillary only agreed because she thought the WWF was the World Wildlife Foundation. So I hope she suits up for it. Priced out user carves EpiPen into steak, drives it through the heart of vampire CEO. I had to practice saying that one. That's kind of a hard sentence to say. The current batch of Hillary emails were late in getting released because she's on AOL dial-up, and she's just now getting mail. So that's it was long getting on. The iPhone 7 not only has no headphone jack, it has no screen, no case, and has been shrunk the size of a suppository. So, any early adopters out there with this picture? Are you wearing your iPhone 7s? Sony offers a $3,200 gold-plated Walkman for any major dude rich enough to listen to Steely Dan on one. There's a joke made for failure. Any major dude. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome reference. Thank you very much. Colin Kaepernick falls off the bench, or was pushed, onto one knee and dazed, proposed to the sideline judge. Or in the Kaepernick saga as it continues. After a class action suit by bacteria, the FDA removes antibacterial soaps from the market. Meanwhile, Mother Teresa is made a saint, despite some controversy over the so-called flying nun miracles. Yes, okay. Rihanna and Drake should get a room. Oh wait, I have a room, Rihanna. It's an Airbnb for you. Sorry, Drake. All filled up, Badger football season and all. Election boards reassure the public that no voting machines will be hacked without proper hacker ID. So, a seemingly alien signal from deep space, which sounded something like "you got a lot of splaining to do," was actually an old "I Love Lucy" that bounced off a large Magellanic cloud 1 billion TV seasons away. Creation astronomers say the recent total solar eclipse was a mongoose eating the sun. And they have pictures that look very convincing. Side of them. Vladimir Putin says they just sit around at the Politburo after work and just hack randomly. Could have been the Democrats, could have been Jennifer Lawrence. Doesn't matter to them at the Politburo. A study finds that getting high on cannabis makes you much more likely to conduct a study on cannabis. Uber loses $1.2 billion in the first half of 2016. They will go to surge accounting. Cher compares Trump to Hitler, Stalin, and Sonny. Oh, okay. Well, sort of like it. And Target reassures customers they don't have to be gender neutral to use the bathrooms. And after a chorus of "ewes" across the nation, Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz withdraws his challenge to Donald Trump to, quote, open his kimono and release his tax returns. And that's all the news. Thank you so much, and good night. All right, this round's on me. It's nice to be back. I thought I'd never see you guys again. Ever.
Really?
Ever.
Oh.
Never,
You know,
ever.
Jeff stopped by your house.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Yeah, I
You
saw
weren't
him
there.
actually, and I was behind the curtain.
That was you peeking out of the window?
Yeah. I
The
thought he
second
was
floor?
cruising. I don't know. Why did you do that?
I was in the neighborhood and I missed you.
You're in the neighborhood? Yeah.
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 You
I was
missed you.
getting my base work done. And
You're always getting your base work done. What does that even mean? It's a metaphor for something.
there's a shop in
How much
Madison,
work does your base need? I mean, how old is your base?
200 years old.
It's 200 years old. So it's had a lot of work
Almost
done,
as old as
obviously.
this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till the next version of this show. What will it be like? What will the next version of Whad'ya Know be? On what sort of delivery are we going to have?
It's going to be called What Assisted Living?
I like it.
Or no, what? Assisted Living?
Yeah. They left me in the lunchroom. They left me in the lunchroom. Okay. What? Yes, I was saying, so it's nice to see you guys. You
Yes,
came in
good to see you
together,
too.
and
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
what have you been doing in the interim? John?
Same old stuff. I
Nothing?
moved a stove earlier in the week and by
It hurt you.
myself, and I hurt my back. so.
Yeah. Did you actually heft it?
No, I was pulling it out of the very confined space so I could spray some ant killer.
Well, how stupid was that, John?
That was pretty stupid. So
Yeah. And the ants, I bet, are still there.
the ants are still there. Yeah.
But your back is gone. That's the
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. And Jeff, I know you always stay busy.
Yes.
With those 13 kids of yours, I know there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yes.
His doctor,
But you, have
his,
10, you had 10 more, I guess, since we've been on.
No.
Yes. the
his
doc-
14-year-old doctor, his 14-year-old daughter is now in medical school.
That didn't work either.
Oh,
But
I
you
know.
I should have given that one here. I put that in here. And in the news, Jeff's 14-year-old daughter is now in medical school. Yes. So kids are doing good. Everything's good.
Yep.
Everything's good.
Started Thursday.
School started Thursday. That's good, right? They're all in the upper grades now, right? The youngest one is what?
10 years old.
See? See how they get old?
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point of having kids if they become adults at a certain point? My kids are adults now. They're not kids anymore. I still call them my kids, but it's in quotes. It's a euphemism. It's a malapropism. Okay, what I just want to say here really is, what are you going to play now?
Keeping with the theme of the High Noon, we got a little tune for you.
Cool. I knew.
Because, Michael, you are an old cowhand.
Yippee-i-oh.
One I'm proud to know.
You should have let me sing. If you had known, I would have worked that out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my theory is you get older, the one thing that gets better is that you can carry some notes that you couldn't carry before.
Yeah.
Do you know if there's any benefit for that? Is it
It's Alzheimer's, I think it's called.
okay? All right, everything doesn't work out to my advantage, I've noticed. All right, I'm going in the audience here and getting down these stairs here on the stage here, the beautiful High Noon Saloon. And we've got Piers McBride from Cliveden, England. Is that right, Piers? What are you doing down over there, huh? Okay. Right in the middle there? Okay, have we met before? I think we have met before. Yeah, can you stand up a little bit here so we don't get the feedback so much there, if you don't mind. We met before. You come through here often.
Very often. Year and a half ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago we met.
Well, it's not really often then, is it?
Well, it's often enough for me.
Yes. But we never come through Cleveland at all, so that's...
No, you haven't. No, we'd be pleased to see you.
Is Cleveland, is it Cleveland? Am I saying that right?
You are indeed, yeah.
What's it famous for?
The world's greatest bowler.
No.
Bowling champion of the world. David Bryant by name. He is well famous.
A bowler? You mean he wears hats?
Long green bowler.
Oh, lawn bowling. I thought you meant he was a hatter.
No. He's very, very famous.
Are you a bowler yourself? Is that why that's of him?
No, alas, I'm not. No.
Is it like the mecca of bowling then, in Cleveland in England?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was at one time.
Not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore. It's dying out. The game's beginning to fall away.
The young people don't care for the lawn bowling like the.
They don't care for anything in Cleveland. The old people don't care for anything in Cleveland. So
Why do you suppose that is? What is it seems to me it's a very attractive.
they're getting older all the time. That's the young people are getting older, so they're no longer young, and that seems to be the problem.
Okay, I think we've gone a whole new direction in this conversation. A little metaphorical.
A bit surreal, isn't it?
And this is Mrs. McBride.
It is indeed, yes.
Your first name is
Jenny.
All right.
I'm very well.
How does he convince you to take these trips with him?
We love Madison. We come every year.
So it's like a pilgrimage.
It is a pilgrimage. And we look for your show as soon as we arrive.
Of course, it wasn't there this time.
It wasn't there last year, no, when we came.
How did you happen to find out about this little barroom brawl?
In the Isthmus, I think, wasn't it? An advertisement somewhere. And we were really pleased because we're going home soon. So.
How did you first discover Madison? Did you take out an ad looking for towns in the Midwest?
Oh, we came here in 2006 to a crime writers convention. A friend of ours writes crime novels, and she was coming to Madison, and we'd never been to America before, and she said, why don't you come? So we fell in love with it 10 years ago.
That's absolutely amazing.
What's her name? What's the crime writer's name? What's her name?
Val McDermott.
Is
Dermot?
yeah, Val McDermott. And
Mid.
Yep, and she is a worldwide known crime writer. And I would think people here would know.
Can you tell me a title or two?
Wire in the Blood.
Wire in the Blood.
What do you say, Wire in the Blood too?
I did say one.
Wire in the Blood is the answer, ladies and gentlemen. What do we have for the McBrides for knowing Wire in the Blood by Velma Dermott?
Get that old tape cassette player out from the back of the closet and thrill to the sounds of the ironically named John Tulane solo, performed by the Whad'ya Know Trio, and also from Griffin's. What's that? A cassette player. Yes. It's gonna be a cassette tape. From Griffin's Pig to the God Particle. I almost said Podgarticle. Sorry. God Particle. You'll find this and more in Michael Feldman's Whad'ya Know? Test your knowledge with the ultimate collection of amazing trivia, quizzes, stories, fun facts, and everything else you wanted to know.
Isn't that nice?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. So pleasure to see you. Thank you for coming. McBrides always come to Whad'ya Know, wherever it is, in whatever form it takes. Rick DeVoy is here. He was one of the last guests on our last show. And now he wants to be the first guest on the first show of this series. But now he's the second guest, so it's kind of an anticlimax. So it sort of ruins the whole thing. I don't know, but the McBrides were there, and I had to talk to them. You can't ignore them. Can you get through over there? Yes, you let him through, please. This is Rick DeVoy, San Luis Obispo.
That's right. Last time when you talked to me, you called it San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, trying to show I knew how to say it wrong.
So I'll give you the phonetic spelling.
It's still doing the RV delivery?
Oh, yeah.
We got one parked outside here?
No, not today, but last time I drove 2,100 miles from California to see your last show. This time I only drove 1,350 miles from Virginia to Indiana, picked up an RV, took it to Ohio, and then came up here.
Because you didn't know if the show was going to be worth the trouble?
Oh, well, no, I knew it was going to be great.
Yeah.
But after this, I'm going back to Ohio to get an RV to take it to New Mexico, and then from there go back out to San Luis Obispo.
Right. You don't have to emphasize the Louis. I get it. You know, you put it on here too, Louis. You put quotes around it. I get it. San Luis Obispo. Do you know who Saint Louis Obispo was?
Pardon me?
There's a saint, right?
Sam.
Yeah. San means saint, doesn't it?
Right.
So there must have been a saint named Louis Obispo.
It was one of the 1721 missions in California. Right. It starts from San Diego and goes on up to about Monterey.
But who is St. Louis, though?
Long time, old,
Ball player?
yeah, there you go.
Music old days?
Right, yeah.
Big left-hander.
Yes. Well, go ahead. Yes.
Big left-hander.
Oh, big left-hander. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to see you here. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought, come check out your new digs.
Are you a podcast kind of guy? Would you listen to this as a podcast, or are you like the racier kind of things?
No, this is my speed. Yeah.
Do you listen to a podcast right now?
No, but I will listen to this one.
Because I haven't either. I don't know what people are hearing now.
I'm from the old school, so I mean Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, right? That's when it is. You don't watch it.
It ain't. Yeah.
Well, when it was, right?
Okay. Thanks, Rick. Great to see you again.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks
Michael.
for making the trip. He never just goes directly anywhere. He's got to go to 3 different places. In an RV. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Your shirt is somewhat frightening, however.
It was a friend of mine. He passed away like a couple days ago.
Was he a performer of some sort, or
No, he's just a kind of a crazy guy.
It's a very frightening shirt. That's right. Oh yeah. Okay. Next, well, we can do those now if you care to say it.
It says "fuck cancer."
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's your name is?
Steve McConnell.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Great. Are you a podcast listener?
Every now and then, I guess. Yeah.
What do you listen to every now and then?
Garrison Keillor. Yeah.
He's on podcasts?
He's done a few. Yeah. The Wobegon, Tales from Lake of Wobegon.
Okay, all right, okay. That's interesting. But you, however, I bet are an inveterate podcast listener.
No.
No, okay. You, on the other hand, can't get enough podcasts.
Now and again.
Now and again, what do you listen to?
Alec Baldwin's That's the Thing is pretty good.
That's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
So he just has,
Alec Baldwin, I don't think I'd want to know what that was. To tell you the truth.
just has people from all different walks of life, and he just asks them questions about how they got to do what they do and all that. So,
Would you listen to something like this?
absolutely, I'm here. Listen to
Would
it.
you listen to it?
Absolutely.
It's in a bar. Obviously, you're going to come here to it.
Well, sweetens the deal.
And your name?
Alex Ogden.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're doing just a random survey here of how people actually listen to podcasts. And we also got Sam Castle. Huh? Oh, hi. You're right behind me there. Isn't it amazing? I picked out your card. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You got your Badger gear on?
I do. Yep.
What the LSD this week in Green Bay.
Yes, they.
I listened to this podcast. This happened a long time ago, and they just beat the heck out of LSD.
They did. They did. Yes.
And you're a small business owner. I mean, your question is what?
How does it feel to be your own boss now?
I hate it. I'm a lousy boss. I work myself mercilessly. I don't have any breaks. I work full days. I never worked a full day in my life.
But you're always working. But you're always on vacation.
Vacations. I feel guilty about taking a vacation. I take a day off, and I think I should be out fundraising or something. It ruins my whole gig.
I'm sorry.
I've got to be the bad widow boy. Not the boss, You have the same problem. You have your own business, right?
Yeah, I do.
You like being your own boss.
No, I kind of feel the same way, but
What business are you in?
we do event production. Yeah, so we do 5Ks, and then we consult with nonprofits to help with their events. Yeah,
Sam? Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
All right. Thank you very much. Great for being here. I don't know. Do you feel like playing a quiz? Maybe you've gotten over that whole quiz thing. It might be that that's passé too. I don't know. Who here actually feels like if they were on a Whad'ya Know quiz, it could possibly be a life changer? Nobody? Okay, I'm glad you're honest about it. Yes, you do? Honestly, a life changer? I don't know. Can I let's see if I can. You go that aisle there, I'll meet you there. How about that? Let's see if we can change your life. By the simple application of the What Do You Know quiz. I got too many props here. Come over. How are you?
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. And you are?
I'm April Williams.
April?
Yep.
April, we've met before, haven't we?
We have. We have.
Have you been on the quiz before? Because
We have.
oh, then we can't let you do it again, April. You can't change your. If you change your life again, it could go back to where it was.
Yeah, that was really life-changing. You know, people told me all over. You know, I saw you. I heard you on radio, national, public.
Yeah, I saw you on the radio too, but not anymore.
Well, this will be life-changing because this is YouTube is international.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll fill up the eyes. Is it fair for April to be on a second life-changing? April, the crowd has spoken. Come on up here, April, and let's see what you can do and how we can. How did we get up here? I don't know. We can go around through here. Thank you very much. You're not using that, are you? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. It's a little cramped here because we got a big band coming up here, and the Jimmies, but it's not on this particular show, so stay tuned for the next edition of the Whad'ya Know podcast. Yeah, work on that if you would.
The emu stayed.
The emu, yeah.
Thought we were going to get rid of that thing.
It'll be a little extra help for me.
He didn't like the show that followed us
For my ear.
on public radio. So he stayed with Mike Feldman. April. So what are you doing these days, April? Same thing?
Same thing.
Yeah, you don't have to hug that thing in there while you're, well,
I'll take.
It's kind of warm and cuddly.
yeah. And what was it you were doing? I forget.
Mostly try to stay out of trouble. Yeah, I do some marketing,
Marketing, that's what it is. Marketing in what form?
social media, email
Social
marketing,
media.
things like that.
Okay. I've already been all down because now, as a boss, I need to know all this. Reasonable rates? Good. What am I hearing in the background? Oh, that's the bar. I'm hearing people talking at the bar. We got to kill that mic at the bar. You know, drive me crazy. It's like the voices in my head already, so I'm just adding to. In April, what are you doing this summer? How was it fun? You travel a little bit?
It's been a great summer. We just
Yeah.
came back from visiting our son in Colorado and
Yeah.
our daughter in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Did you stop at any of those little places they have that sell this and that?
This and that? Yes, we did.
You did?
This and that? Yep.
Did you get some of this and that?
Yeah, yeah. And stopped
Did you bring
at-
any with you?
No, they don't let you take that on the plane.
Oh, they don't? Not even if you put it in your toothpaste tube or something?
I don't know. I'll have to talk. You can give me more tips.
Yeah, okay. So you
My
got one,
next-
you have a son out in Colorado, and where's the other one?
One son in Colorado, a daughter in Los Angeles, and a son in Algonquin, Illinois.
Well, that's very convenient. Because Algonquin, who goes there anyway? So,
Well, we do.
okay. There's a lot of good things to do in Algonquin.
Algonquin.
Algonquin. Tell
Yeah,
me
we-
one.
There's a beautiful restaurant called Port Edwards. It's been there for 52 years, right on the Fox River. Beautiful place.
Oh,
And the
so-
owner is just a really charming gentleman.
Yeah. He seems to have charmed you,
Yeah, yeah. Ed Wolowick, he's very, very nice.
Ed Wolowick.
Yeah.
So do you get like a break on the meal now if you go in there?
We've done some trades. and-
Okay.
Yeah.
April, someone out there calls in with and talk with you and be on the quiz with you. If in fact there is someone out there and they can call, yes, look it, there are people here. I don't believe it. Look at this.
Yeah, but they all sound like Lyle. I don't get it.
Yeah. We should have a qualifying question, I guess, just to be fair and sport of things here. All right, here's a question. Who is or would be the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency? That's the question. Let's go to the phones right now. John is online. John Matthews from Morgantown, West Virginia. Hey, John.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good. I'm thrilled to be watching the show again.
How do you like all this new technology, John?
Well, you know, it's here and it works. And frankly, I was a little disappointed that your show disappeared from PBS or NPR. So I'm
Wherever
very
it
happy
disappeared
to see
from.
it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you much. I haven't exactly reappeared.
Well,
But we have this great technology here that's fabulous. And do you usually watch things on YouTube?
No, I usually don't.
Oh, cool. What do you do in life as we know it, John?
I'm an IT guy at West Virginia University.
Okay, so this tech is all old hat to you.
Well, I don't usually use the YouTube to watch podcasts like this, but yeah, I have a computer. I'm used to it.
Yeah. What do you think our next delivery system should be for What Do You Know? Should we think about holograms or virtual reality for the next take on it?
Maybe Elon Musk has a solution for you.
Yeah. Well, he's a few problems right now with rockets exploding. All right, here's the question. Who was or is or would be the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency, John?
The healthiest individual.
Yeah.
This was in the news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Who was, is, or would be the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency? Don, does that ring a bell?
Well, yeah, it has to be that Trump guy. He's got a letter of recommendation from his doctor that's outstanding.
That's it.
Great.
Or Teddy Roosevelt. We'll accept either answer. All right, John Matthews. And this is April. She's very smart. And,
Hi, April.
if you need any marketing across various platforms, you should talk to her. Do you need that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Two of you work as a team. John, April, we met. Okay. Said hello. John, we'll let you take the first category. What would you like? From current events. What are they? You know them. I'm sorry.
I do. I was going to ask if they needed them. So those categories are current events, people.
We'll get the hang of this again.
Current events, people, places, things you should have learned in school had you been paying attention, science, and odds and ends.
All right. John, what would you like?
Let's go with current events.
All right. True or false? 9-year-old Baron Tramp occupies an entire floor in the Trump Tower penthouse. This is the 9-year-old son of the...
April, you read this?
Trumps. Did I say Tramp?
Trump.
I can't read my own writing.
This is Donald Trump's 9-year-old son?
Yeah, Baron.
If I had a son and I could give him his own floor, I would do that.
You would?
Yeah, you know, I think I saw something like that.
Yeah. So you're saying yes?
I'm going to go with yeah. April.
Yes, all right, that's right. 9-year-old Baron Tramp has his own floor, because they can afford that.
Remaining
They own
categories.
the tower, you know. Why not?
Remaining categories are people, places, things you should have learned in school, science, and odds and ends.
All right, April.
Odds and ends, please.
Odds and ends, here we go. All right, as far as coffee goes, your genes predispose you to one of the following situations. Is it A, Folgers or Starbucks? B, caffeine need, your need for caffeine, or C, whether or not it sobers you up?
John, wow. I don't know, Folgers and Starbucks. How about that one? Does that sound good to you?
I don't know. I think caffeine, some people need it and some people don't.
All right, let's go for that.
Yes, that's right, John.
Good job.
Caffeine need. That's the PDSS2 caffeine gene. If you're looking for it, that's where it is.
That's 2 right. The remaining categories are people, places, things you should have learned in school, science, and
they're on the verge.
that's it.
They're on the verge of something here.
All
Okay,
right.
So,
Let's see.
John,
How about science?
science it is. Brazilian capuchin monkeys have been using stone tools to crack open cashews for how long? Has it been millions, thousands, or 700 years?
Oh, jeez.
Have they been around millions of years? I'm not sure about that.
That's a different question, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we recently got new monkeys, huh?
I don't have answers to those questions.
Oh, well. Gee, April, I don't know. I figure if they're using stone tools, they must have been doing it for a long time.
Okay.
Like thousands of years?
What was the other option?
Millions, thousands, or 700 years? Or about 700 years.
Must be about 700,000, huh?
No, not 700,000, 700 years.
Yeah, I don't like that answer. What do you think, April?
I'm thinking.
What if I say it
1,000.
700 years? Now do you like it?
Okay. Go with that.
Well, I'm sorry, April, you have to agree
Well,
with
you
this.
said that so nicely. I
Thank
think
you.
that's got to be it.
What?
The 700.
Oh, 700, yes, 700 years. That's, it's a new thing for them. They learned it relatively recently. Congratulations.
April, just in time for the new school year, you've won a genuine Cowgirl lunchbox, solid metal with a plastic handle and a vinyl dangle. From Seattle's Archie McPhee at McPhee.com. John, entertain family and friends the old-fashioned way with Whad'ya Know the party game, including questions, cards, audience, and contestants, as well as the always popular Michael Feldman bobblehead. Congratulations to both of you.
April, you've done it again. Another life-changing event for April. Thank you, John. Hang on, make sure we get that to you. Thanks for calling.
Great. Thanks.
For playing.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. Hey, April. Yes, sir. Are you still writing as many songs as you were? Yeah. We can, this is the coolest thing because we have the mic right over the bar there. So someone is asking.
I think
for a
it's
mailing
Lyle
address.
that you're hearing, actually.
Is it Lyle?
Yes.
Oh, it's Lyle.
It's Lyle on the phone with John.
Is your mic on, Lyle? Or is your Lyle on, Mike? I can hear you. You said it shouldn't be. Is your mic next to you there?
It's here.
Yeah, pick up your mic once and talk to me.
Okay, now you can hear me.
See, that's him.
Yeah, that's you. Okay. Just checking.
This whole time
I
you've
thought it
been
was someone
hearing-
at the bar, making assignations, when really it was you. That's okay, though.
This whole time you've been listening to Lyle muttering to himself.
So have you been writing a lot of songs, John?
A few.
Until you hurt your back, of course, chasing ants?
Yeah.
Whoever moved the stove to get ants?
Well,
But if you got enough ants, they could move the stove. See, that would be the beautiful
it
thing.
seems like I don't know where they are. I'm outside looking for their big hill or hive or what do they
Are they
live
red
in.
ants or are they black ants?
Oh, those little teeny ones. I think they're not black ants.
So then they're red ants.
I guess
I think
so.
they just come in two colors.
They just two colors. These are
Yeah.
little teeny
I got
little red
those.
ants. Do you?
I just kill them one by one.
Oh, there's too
I
many.
say sorry each time because I really don't like killing.
I don't either, but
indiscriminately.
I don't like
If
it.
I was in nature, I wouldn't kill them, and I wouldn't expect something to be squeezing me to death with their
If they could just go outside and crawl around, I'd be happy.
I know.
Not on
I
my
know.
sink and my food area.
Yeah, I know. I just kill them one by one.
Yeah.
And they seem to back off after a while. I think they send out like a little advance guard. If you kill the first 3 or 4 or
I
5.
said, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, because then I notice there's a lull. There's a lull in the wall. And they go back in
There's
the
a
wall.
lull in the wall.
Yeah. This song here, though.
Oh, we're gonna do another song?
What? Yes.
I thought we were done with the. We should have talked this through before we
Well,
did
no,
the
I
show.
don't. It's a podcast. Who cares,
Okay,
really?
that's true.
I
I
mean,
didn't
there's
know.
some guy who's
See, that's
who's
what I
on
didn't
a-
know. I thought maybe there was some set
doing
times.
Pilates
50
right
minutes.
now or something, or whatever you do in gyms.
I thought we answered to.
What is Pilates? Do you do Pilates? Jeff does Pilates. What is Pilates? It's like Pontius Pilates, I always think, but it's not that.
I have a little routine. It's a combination of yoga and Pilates. When I hurt my back, I
Yeah.
do a couple things.
Did you put the stove down first?
I put the stove down first. Yeah.
Did you physically hoist the stove up?
No, I was like twisting it. That's probably what the problem. I was twisting it side to side, pulling. As I was
Oh, I
twisting
like it when you do that. Though. I don't know why.
And then 10 minutes later, it was like, oh, hello, old friend.
Yeah. Okay. Who were you talking? Which part were you talking to?
My pain in my back.
Oh, okay. You were telling me about this song.
Oh, this song. Well, actually, this song. Funny you should mention about writing because this is one of my tunes.
Okay.
I
What a
know, I
coincidence that turned out to be.
Yeah.
Yes. And do you remember exactly when you write a song? Is there like something happens, like a leaf falls, in a certain time
it's
down
not
at
quite
one of those
that
leaves
romantic.
too?
No, it's not quite that.
One of those leaves that does this.
No.
I don't know. There's a camera on you. See, it's a beauty.
Those
YouTube.
falling
Yeah.
leaves.
And that suggests a tempo.
A tempo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it you simply have like a seizure of some sort?
I have a seizure
creative
of some
seizure.
sort. Yeah.
And
And
that-
usually, over the last 30 years, it's, the What Do You Know show's coming up, and I can't think of anything to play, so
Yeah.
cheapers. I could write something.
Write something because then we don't have to pay for it.
Right.
For usage.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. And that's how this song came about.
And I don't really remember how this song came about. It's been so long.
But it's a good story. It's
Yeah.
worth telling.
I mean, it did. I saw some leaves outside, and it was a very sad, stormy day. So this song's called The Joker.
You know, leaf blowers have ruined the whole leaf thing.
They
ruined it for
have.
me.
I have a neighbor who every Sunday morning at like 8:30 is out there with his leaf blowing machine.
It's like the autumn leaves blow past my window. I'm gonna kill that guy. You know, it's not the same thing. Leaves used to be, it was transition, and
Yeah.
now it's just some
I never
jerk
raked
with
leaves.
a...
Maybe mow over them, but
Yeah.
rake
How many of you actually have leaf blowers? Applaud if you have a leaf blower and can admit it. Okay. How many of you have a leaf blower but would not admit it? Okay. Interesting. Oh, go ahead, yes. So, and the song is called...
Do you want the Spanish name or the English name? The
Both,
English
both,
name
please.
the English name is the Joker. The Spanish name is Los Chistosos.
Why is this... Is that the plural of Joker?
Stephen Cologne told me that was what the Joker was in Spanish.
But that's plural.
Well, it could be plural, maybe. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish, really, so I'm just going
Well,
on.
you know that much, don't you? Los is plural.
Well, there's more than one Joker. Maybe philosophically, we're all really just jokers.
Oh, stop it. Play it.
Thank you.
Is hosted and written where wrote by Michael Feldman and made possible by the best audience a guy ever had.
Take two. Let's take that.
Oh, do that again? Okay. That's so nice.
You cut off my name.
Whad'ya Know a la podcast is hosted and written where wrote by Michael Feldman, made possible by the best audience a guy ever had, and would not be possible without John Tulane, Jeff Hammond, Tom Blaine, Aubrey Ralph, Lyle Anderson, Dylan Brogan, Sheila Shigley, our host and doyenne here at the High Noon, Kathy Dethmers, and yours most definitely, Stephanie Lee. Check us out on Facebook, mine a motherload of Whad'ya Know nuggets at whad'yaknow.net, follow Michael on Twitter at myfeldman, and taste the podcast sausage as we grind it at youtube.com/user/whadyatube. Michael Feldman's Whad'ya Know is a PRI podcast. Michael Feldman, producer. You can find us on the PRI site at pri.org/podcast/program.
You're a lot more casual in this format.
I'm loosening up.
Thank you all for listening.